Hello, hello? I'm doing something very special today. I'm playing Pokemon Smash or Pass. We're gonna go through every Pokemon. Smash or Pass. I'm gonna rapid fire through this. I said pass to Bulbasaur. Ivysaur, pass. Venusaur, smash. Pass. Charmeleon, pass. Charizard, I don't want to get burnt is the thing. Fire bad. Fire bad. Pass. Squirtle, pass. War Turtle, pass. Blastoise, smash me some Blastoise. That is a worm, pass. That is the cocoon, pass. A butterfly, pass. Let's pass the butterfly. Weedle, pass. Kakuna, pass. Beedrill, I stand with my decisions. Pidgey, that's a bird, pass. Pidgeotto, that's a bigger bird, pass. Pidgeot, that's an even bigger bird, pass. Rattata, pass. Raticate, pass. Sparrow, these are just animals that are real, pass. Pharaoh, pass. Ekans, pass. Arbok? Pikachu, pass. Raichu, pass. Sandshrew, pass. Sandslash, pass. Are these what people are saying at the bottom? Oh my god. Nidoran female, pass. Nidorina, pass. Nidoqueen though, smash Nidoqueen. Nidoran male, pass. Nidorino, pass. Nidoking, smash. Clefairy, pass. Clefable, pass. Vulpix, pass. Ninetales, smash. Jigglypuff, pass. Wigglytuff, pass. Zubat, pass. Golbat, ooh. This is a judge-free zone, okay? I don't want to hear none of it. I don't want to hear none of it. Oddish, pass. Gloom, pass. Vileplume, pass. Paris, pass. Parasect, pass. Venonat, pass. Venomoth, pass. Diglett, pass. Dugtrio, ooh. Someone invited the gang over. Meowth, no. Persian, no. Psyduck, no. Golduck, Mankey, no. Primeape, Growlithe, pass. Arcanine, pass. I don't like when they're like two bipedal, if that makes sense. Poliwag, pass. Poliwhirl, pass. Now Poliwrath, yeah. Abra, pass. Kadabra, pass. Alakazam, Machop, pass. That's a kid. Machoke, Machamp, Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Teeth, no. Tentacool, pass. Tentacruel, cruel, pass. Geodude, pass. Graveler, pass. Golem, pass. Ponyta, pass. Rapidash, smash. Slowpoke, pass. Slowbro, pass. Magnemite, pass. Magneton, pass. Farfetch'd, pass. Duo, pass. Trio, pass. Seal, pass. Dewdong, pass. Grimer, pass. Mach, pass. Shelter, pass. Ghastly, pass. Haunter, smash. Gengar, smash. Onyx, pass. Drowsy, pass. Hypno, smash. Krabby, pass. Kingler, pass. Voltorb, pass. Electrode, pass. Eggs? Executor, pass. Cubone, pass. Mortawak, pass. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, smash. Lickitung. Coughing, pass. Wheezing, pass. Rhyhorn, pass. Rhydon, pass. Chansey, pass. Tangela, pass. Oh. Kangaskhan, pass. Horsey, pass. Seadra, pass. Goldeen, pass. Seaking, pass. Staryu, pass. Starmie, pass. Mr. Mime, pass. Easy pass. Scyther, smash. Jinx, pass. Electabuzz, pass. Magmar. He does have titties on his head. Smash. Pinsir, pass. Tauros, pass. Magikarp, pass. Gyarados, pass. Lapras, smash. Ditto. Eevee, pass. Vaporeon, pass. Jolteon, pass. Oh, Flareon, pass. Porygon, pass. Omanite, I always struggle with this one, pass. Omastar, pass. Kuboto, pass. Kabutops, pass. Aerodactyl, pass. Snorlax, smash. Articuno, pass. Zapdos, smash, actually. Moltres, pass. Dratini, pass. Dragonair, smash. Dragonite, smash. Mewtwo, smash. Mew, pass. That was Gen 1. That was Gen 1. Just one gen? Oh my god, how long was that? That was what, like fucking 8 minutes? Jesus. On we go, on we go. On we go. This is already too much. Chikorita, pass. Bayleaf, pass. Cyndaquil, pass. Quilava, pass. Typhlosion, smash. Totodile, pass. Croconaw, pass. Feraligatr, pass. Ooh, yeah, smash, smash. Sentret, no. Ferret, no. Hoot Hoot, no. Noctowl, no. Ladybug, no. Lady Anne, no. Spinarak, no. Aridos, no. Crobat, no. Chinchou, no. Lantern, no. Pichu, no. Ooh, the babies, Cleffa, no. Igglybuff, no. Stop pressing that button. Jesus Christ. Togepi, no. Togetic, no. Natu, no. Xatu, no. Mareep, no. Flaffy, yes. Ampharos, yes. Bellossom, no. Marill, no. Azumarill, yes. No Sudowoodo. Politoed, no. Hip, no. Skiploom, no. Jumpluff, no. Aimpom, no. Sunkern, no. Sunflora, no. Yanma, no. Wooper, no. Quagsire, no. Espeon, no. Umbreon, no. Fuck. Murkrow, no. Slowking, yes. Misdreavus, no. Unknown, no. Wobbuffet, no. Girafarig, no. Pineco, no. Fortress, no. Dunsparce, no. This generation is not nearly... These Pokemon are not nearly as smashable as the last generation. Pokemon, less smashable as time goes on, until it wraps around to being smashable again. Glidar, pass. Steelix, pass. Snubbull, pass. Gramble. Can I stop clicking that button? Oh my god. Quillfish, pass. Scizor, smash. Shuckle, pass. Oh, well, I was gonna pass him anyways. Sneasel, pass. Teddiursa, pass. Ursaring, pass. Slugma, ha ha ha. Magcargo. Swinub. Pillowswine. Corsola. Remoraid. None of these are smashable whatsoever. Octillery. Pass, dude. Delibird. Pass. Manatine. Pass. Skarmory. Pass. Oh my god. Houndoom. Pass. That's Houndoom. Kingdra. Pass. Phanpy. Pass. Donphan. Pass. Porygon 2. Pass. Stantler. Pass. Smeargle, pass. Tyrogue, pass. Hitmontop, pass, dude. Smoochum, that's a baby. Elekid, kid's in the name. Magby, no. Miltank, no. Blissey, no. Raikou, no. Entei, no. Suicune, smash. Larvitar, pass. Pupitar, pass. Tyranitar, pass. Lugia, smash. Ho-Oh, pass. Celebi, pass. Gen 2 was not nearly as smashable, gang. Gang, I think Gen 2 was not smashable. Not nearly as smashable as I wanted. I didn't mean it like that, though. Okay. Gen 3, Gen 3. Gen 3. Okay. Trico, pass. Royval, pass. Sceptile, smash. Torchic, pass. Combustion. Blaziken, smash. Mudkip, pass. Marshtomp, pass. Swampert, pass. Poochyena, pass. Yena, pass. Zigzagoon, pass. Linoon, pass. Wurmple. Some of these are just fucking bugs and animals, dude. I don't know what. I feel like I've definitely said yes to one or two. We're not counting, except for these numbers. Pass. Silcoon, pass. Beautifly, pass. Cascoon, pass. Dustox, pass. Lotad, pass. Lombre, pass. Ludicolo, pass. Seedot, pass. Nuzleaf, pass. Shiftry, pass. Tailo, I'm pressing the button to get my fingers on it by accident. Oh my god. Whoops. Tailo, pass. Swellow, pass. Wingull, pass. Pelipper. Fuck. Some of the, like, I play Pokemon. Some of the names I struggle with, let's be honest. Pelipper, pass. Ralts, pass. Okay. Surskit, pass. Shroomish, pass. Breloom, pass. Slakoth, pass. Vigoroth, pass. Slacking, smash. Nincada, pass. Ninjask, pass. Shedinja, pass. Whismer, pass. Loudren, pass. Exploud, pass. Makahuida, pass. Hirayama, pass. Azurill, pass. Nose pass, pass. Skitty, shitty, shitty, skitty. Delicati, pass. Sableye, pass. Mawile, pass. Aaron, pass. Laren, pass. AGGron, pass. I just smash. Meditite, pass. Medicham, pass. Electrike, pass. Minitrick, pass. Plusle, pass. Minin, pass. Volbeat, pass. Ilamoose, pass. Rosalia, pass. Gulpin, pass. Swalot, pass. These ones are sending me up, though. I can't even lie. Carvana, pass. Sharpedo, pass. Whalmer, pass. Whale Lord, pass. Numel, pass. Camerupt, pass. Torkoal, pass. Spoink, pass. Grumpig, pass. Spinda, pass. Trapinch, pass. Vibrava, pass. Flygon, pass. Cacnea, pass. Cacturn, smash. It would hurt, but damn. Swablu, pass. Altaria, pass. Zangoose, pass. Seviper, pass. Lunatone, pass. A Solrock, pass. Barboach, pass. Whismacash, smash. Corpfish, pass. Cradont, pass. Voltoy, pass. Claydol, pass. Lileep, pass. Cradily, pass. Anorith, pass. Armaldo, pass. Feebas, pass. Militech, smash. Castform, pass. Calcleon, pass. Shuppet, pass. Bennett, pass. Duskull, pass. Dusclops, smash. Tropius, pass. Chimcho, pass. Absol, pass. Wynot, pass. Snowrunt, pass. Glial, smash. Spiel, pass. Celio, pass. Walrein, pass. Clamperl, pass. Hauntail, pass. Gorbis, pass. Relicanth, pass. Love Disc, smash. Bagon, pass. Shelgon, pass. Salamence, smash. Beldum, pass. Meltang, pass. Metagross, pass. Regirock, pass. Regice, pass. Registeel, smash. Latias, pass. Latios, pass. Kyogre, smash. Groudon, smash. Rayquaza, smash. Jirachi, pass. Deoxys, smash. Okay, oh my god. That was Gen 3. We're through it. We're through Gen 3. Gen 3, I have to be honest, is not one of my top gens. I'm not the most familiar with it. Gens 4 and 5, though. I'm gonna butcher these names, but these were my favorites when I was younger. 4 and 5. Specifically 5. I love Pokemon Black and White too. Drum roll. Right into it. Turtwig, pass. Grotle, pass. Torterra, pass. Chimchar, pass. Monferno, pass. Infernape, smash. Piplup, pass. Prinplup, pass. Empoleon, smash. Starly, pass. Starvia, pass. Staraptor, pass. Bidoof, pass. Babero, pass. Kricketot, pass. Cricketoon, pass. Shinx, pass. Luxio, pass. Luxray, smash. Badoo, pass. Roserade, smash. Crenidos, pass. Rampardos, pass. Sheldon, pass. Young Sheldon, pass. Burmy, pass. Wormadam, pass. Motham, pass. Combi, pass. Vespiquen, smash. Pachirisu, pass. Buizel, pass. Floatzel, smash. Cherubi, pass. Chiram, pass. Shellos, pass. Castrodon, pass. Ambipom, pass. It's the whack-ass hair for me. Drifloon, pass. Driflim, pass. Baneri, pass. Lopunny, come on, smash, come on. Miss Magius, smash. Haunchcrow, pass. Glameow, pass. Perugly, pass. Chingaling, pass. Stunky, pass. Skuntank, pass. Bronzer, pass. Bronzong, pass. Bronzely, pass. Mime Jr., pass. Happiny, pass. These are babies. Chatot, pass. Babies. Spiritomb, pass. That's terrifying. Gibble, pass. Gabite, pass. Garchomp, smash. Munchlax, pass. Riolu, pass. Lucario, smash. Hippopotamus, pass. Hippodown, pass. Skorupi, pass. Drapion, pass. Krogunk, pass. Toxicroak, smash. Carnivine, smash. Finneon, pass. Lumion, pass. Mantike, pass. Snover, pass. Absasnow, pass. Weavile, pass. Magnezone, pass. Licky Licky, pass. Rhyperior, pass. Tangrowth, pass. Electivire, smash. Magmortar, pass. Togekiss, pass. Yanmega, pass. Leafeon, pass. Glaceon, pass. Gliscor, pass. Mamoswine, pass. Porygon Z, pass. Gallade, smash. Probopass, pass. Dusknoir, smash. Frostlass, smash. Rotom, pass. Uxie, pass. Mesprit, pass. Azelf, pass. Dialga, pass. Palkia, smash. Heatran, pass. Regigigas, smash. Garantina, pass. Cresselia, pass. Fion, pass. Manphy, pass. Darkrai, smash. Shaman, pass. Arceus, pass. Victini, pass. Okay. We are on to Gen 5. Are we locked in? I'm like halfway. Okay. Oh my god, I want to rapid fire this. There's so many Pokemon. Snivy, pass. Servine, pass. Superior, smash. Tepig, pass. Pignite, pass. Embor, smash. Oshawott, pass. Duat, pass. Samurott, pass. Patrat, pass. Watchdog, pass. Lillipup, pass. Herdier, pass. Stoutland, pass. Purloin, pass. Liepard, smash. Pansage, pass. Simisage, pass. It's the hair. Panseer, pass. Pansimiseer, smash. Pampor, pass. Simipor, smash. Muna, pass. Musharna, pass. Pidove, pass. Tranquil, pass. On Pheasant, pass. Blitzel, pass. Substrika, smash. Roggenrola, pass. Boldor, pass. Gigalith, pass. Woobat, pass. Swoobat, pass. Drillbur, pass. Excadrill, pass. Audino, pass. Timber, pass. Girder, pass. Conkeldurr, smash. Timpole, pass. Palpitoad, pass. Seismitoad, smash. Throw, smash. Sock, smash. Swaddle, pass. Swadloon, pass. Leavanny, smash. Venipede, pass. Whirlipede, pass. Scolipede, pass. Cottony, pass. Whimsicott, pass. Petil, pass. Lilligant, pass. Basculin, pass. Sandile, pass. Krokorok, pass. Crocodile, smash. Duramaka, pass. Darmanitan, smash. Maractus, pass. Dwebble, pass. Crustle, pass. Scraggy, pass. Scrafty, smash. Sigalith, pass. Yawmask, pass. Kofrigus, pass. Titoga, pass. Caracatosta, pass. Arkin, pass. Archeops, pass. Trebush, pass. Garbodor, pass. I don't need to explain myself. Zorua, pass. Zoroark, smash. I don't need to explain myself. Minccino, pass. Chinchino, smash. Gothita, pass. Gotharita, pass. Gothitelle, smash. Solus, pass. Duosion, pass. Rionculus, pass. That's a homunculus. Ducklet, pass. Swanna, pass. Vanillite, pass. Vanillish, pass. Vanillux, smash. Deerling, pass. Swazbuck, pass. Emolga, pass. Carablast, pass. Excavalier, pass. Fungus, pass. Amoongus, pass. Frillish, smash. Jellicent, pass. Omamola, pass. Joltek, pass. Galvantula, pass. Ferroseed, pass. Ferrothorn, pass. Clink, pass. Clang, pass. Cling Clang, pass. Dynamo, pass. Electric, pass. Electros, pass. Elegim, pass. Beheum, pass. Litwick, pass. Lampent, pass. Chandelure, pass. Axew, pass. Fracture, pass. Haxorus, pass. Cubchoo, pass. Beartick, pass. Cryogonal, pass. Shelmet, pass. Excelgor, pass. Stunfisk, pass. Mindfoe, pass. Mayan Shao, pass. Drudigan, pass. Oh, what's going on here? Golett, pass. Golurk, smash. Oh, Pinward, pass. Bisharp, smash. Bulifant, Rufflet, no. Bravery, no. Volibee, no. Mandibuzz, pass. Heatmore, pass. Fuck. Durant, pass. Dino, pass. Swellos, pass. Hydreigon, pass. Larvesta, pass. Volcarona, pass. Cobalion, pass. Terrakion, pass. Virizion, smash. Tornadus, pass. Thundurus, smash. Reshiram, pass. Zekrom, smash. Landorus, pass. Kyurem, pass. Oh, whoops. Well, I was going to pass Keldeo anyway. Meloetta, pass. Genesect, smash. Oh my god. That is it for Gen 5. Whew. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. Am I ready is the thing. Or do I split this up? I think I'm going to split this up